All right. I don't know why that froze. My apologies. I'm still here. All right. So again, pretty nasty tornado debris signature with this now, just northwest of Jasper near Curtis. This is going to be moving northwest at about 50 miles per hour. A nasty tornado debris signature. So that is now northwest of Jasper. If you're in Jasper, this is northwest of you now. You're going to be clear if you're in Jasper, but I want to point out we have additional activity to the south, and any one of these little beans have the potential to develop into tornadic circulations. But for now, we have one, and that's going to be near Curtis, north of Curtis, northwest of Jasper. And boy, this thing is got debris fallout. This blue, that's all debris. It could be vegetation, could be, all sorts of just stuff falling out of the sky. So we definitely had a tornado down. There's no question about that. I'm not sure if it's still down, but there is still definitely a circulation here. And so those of you northwest of Jasper to Curtis up to Ebenezer and Browndale, you need to be in a safe place. That'll be the lowest floor, center room, away from windows. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Don't bother going outside looking for this thing. It's probably wrapped in rain. It's moving north-northwest at 50 miles an hour. It is booking and cooking. So again, this might have been a stronger tornado based on the tornado debris signature height. The velocity couplet is weaker now than when it was southwest of, or excuse me, south-southeast of Jasper, but the circulation itself remains quite nasty looking. So those of you from Curtis up to the Sam Rayburn Dam, to Browndale, you need to be in a safe place. Lowest floor, center room, away from windows. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. We don't recommend trailers, mobile homes, vehicles. But at this point, I think this might be more of just a debris fallout signature. What I'm going to do, and I'll probably crash my program doing this, but that's okay. I'm going to load the timeline here. I'm going to actually hit the right button. Here, I'm going to turn off the fancy loop here. Look how we went from just that tornado debris signature. I mean, boy, really, that might be just debris fallout, to be honest with you, because this lofted debris, 12,000 plus feet, it takes time for that to fall out of the sky. So we may not necessarily still have a tornado down, but boy, that thing hit something and it lofted it. So we definitely have tornado damage southwest of Jasper, probably near the Jasper County Airport. So again, Jasper, you're clear from this circulation. You may have more later, for what it's worth. I mean, all these little beans down here could try to spin up at some point. At this point, they're not, but that could change. We have a circulation east of Lumberton, for example. That might try to spin up. So east of Rose Hill Acres, southeast of Lumberton, moving towards Silsby and Evadale. Yeah, I mispronounced it. Sorry. That could be circulation that spins up. All these little beans out here we're going to have to watch for. I mean, they could try to spin up again. But for now, Jasper, you're clear. The circulation is now moving northwest. It's weaker than it was, which is good. But so this is going to be about 9 miles northwest of Jasper, approaching the Sam Rayburn Dam. I don't know if they're going to extend the tornado warning past this, but again, those of you in Jasper, you're clear. Curtis, you're clear. Browndell, this is going to stay west of you. The Sam Rayburn Dam, closer to Highway 63. If this is still down, it's going to be an issue for you. While we're here and talking with you, let's just go ahead and take a look at what we've been dealing with this morning. Beryl has moved inland. Maximum sustained winds are now tropical storm force. You can see the circulation still moving pretty north pretty quickly. I'll go ahead. I'll turn on the surface wind gusts. See if that data is going to populate. And you can see it's windy. We've got wind gusts of nearly 60 miles an hour in Bryan College Station, Huntsville. We're going to see increasing winds in Dibble. Houston, it's going to start calming down soon. You've had, 8 to 12 inches of rain. You've had nasty winds. It's going to start calming on down soon as this moves north. Later this afternoon, this evening, it is going to get windy. East Texas, the Arklatex, as Beryl moves north-northeast while still weakening, but it's still going to pack a punch. You could have wind gusts up to 60 to 70 miles an hour, the potential for very heavy rainfall with flooding, and the threat of spin-up tornadoes. So at this point, I think that circulation northwest of Jasper is no longer down as a confirmed tornado. That tornado debris signature has weakened quite a bit, which is good. That velocity signature certainly is weaker than it was. So we might be down to 0 tornado warnings shortly. And again, most of these circulations today are going to be short-lived. They're going to spin up quick. But, at times, yeah, even in situations like this, we may have a stronger, longer-lived type tornado. We're going to be keeping a very close eye on it. I'll be honest. Most of these tornado warnings today, we're not going to be able to, do much with just because they're going to pop up so quickly. But if we start dealing with these longer-lived circulations, yeah, we're going to be doing coverage and we're going to be keeping a very close eye on them. All right.